Powerlifting is a sport comprised of 3 lifts: the squat, bench press and the deadlift. Each lifter has 3 attempts at each lift and 1 minute to complete each attempt. The 3 referees each give a white light in case of a good lift and a red light in case of a no lift. The athletes are separated by their weight class, age category and gender. The biggest total in a respective category will win. The first movement of the competition is the squat. Once the athlete unracks the bar, stands upright with the knees locked and the bar firmly placed on their back, the head referee gives a squat command. The lifter then bends their knees and lowers their body until the hip joint is lower than the top surface of the knees. The lifter then comes back up, locking the hips and knees in order to complete the lift. The head referee will then give the rack command and the athlete must then place the bar back on the squat rack. There are 3 main technical mistakes that would give an athlete a no lift. Firstly, if the athlete is not standing erect with the knees and hips locked at the beginning and at the end of the lift. Secondly, the lifter will get a no lift if the proper competition depth is not reached at the bottom of the movement. That is, if the hip joint is higher than the top of the knee joint. Third, if the athlete does not complete the lift in one swift upward movement, meaning if the bar goes up and down before finishing the lift, this will also be considered a no lift. The bench press is a second movement performed in a powerlifting competition. Whilst lying down on the bench, an athlete creates the following points of contact with the bench: the head, the shoulders and the glutes. An arch is authorized which allows for a stronger position for many, as long as those points of contact with the bench continue to be met. The lifter can grip the bar at any width as long as it does not exceed the maximum width, which is index finger on the rings of the bar. Once the lifter has established their position on the bench, the bar is unracked, either by the lifter themselves or with the aid of a lift-off from a spotter. The lifter's feet must lay flat on the ground during the lift. Once the referees observe that the lifter has their head and glutes in contact with the bench and the feet flat on the floor, the head referee will give the start command. The lifter then lowers the bar to the chest. The lower underside of both of the elbow joints must be level or below the top surface of the shoulder joints. The bar must remain motionless on the chest, at which point the referee will give a press command. The lifter will press the bar off their chest until complete extension of the elbow has been achieved. The head referee will give the rack command, at which point the lift will be complete. There are 4 main reasons why a lifter may fail a bench press despite the completion of the lift. Firstly, if the lifter's elbows are not fully extended at the beginning or end of the movement. If on the descent the elbows are not below the top of the shoulder joint, this is also considered a no lift. The third reason for failure is if the lifter is unable to meet all points of contact with the bench, that is the head, glutes and shoulders. Finally, the lift must be completed in one upward movement without any downward motion. The deadlift is the final movement of a powerlifting competition. The lifter approaches the bar once the head referee calls bar loaded. The lifter can then start the lift in either the conventional or sumo position. The athlete must pull the barbell until their shoulders, hips and knees are fully locked. Once the head referee deems these are locked, they will give the down command. The bar must be lowered to the ground without being dropped before it hits the floor. It is at the end of deadlifts that a lifter's total is made, at which the placings...
Hello and welcome back to the British Bench Championships. We'll be starting off session 2 with the 83 open class, with Charlie at 137.5 kilos on the bench.
And here comes Charlie for his opener at 137.5. Strong opener for Charlie, 3 white lights.
Very smooth there, looks like he's got quite a lot left in the tank there for his second and thirds.
And next up we got Jack Law with 140. Fast. That was fast. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Good lift. Who's up next?
We have Samuel next with 140 kilos, also on the bar.
Nice.
Very speedy there from Samuel.
3 white lights. Nice.
We're probably looking at over 150 there from Samuel for his second attempt, I'd assume.
And next up is Sam with 140. Fast. That was really good from Sam. 3 white lights as well.
It's very interesting to see how different bench techniques are being used. Like, as we saw there, it was quite a close grip from Samuel on the bar. But as you'll notice, with some of the, as we get through to the larger lifters later on in the afternoon, they tend to adopt this style more often than not.
Now we've got James with 142.5.
And as you can see here, they're just speaking to the spotters and loaders to ask for a handout so they can make sure it's exactly how they want it.
Strong opener there. Let's see what the yep, 3 white lights. Cool.
Next up is Fraser with 150 kilos going on the bar. As we can see here, we've got some very big benches here today.
Great crowd reaction as well. Very fast.
3 white lights again there for Fraser. Very nicely done.
Omar next now with 155.
As we can see here, Omar just taking his time to get his setup really nice and his shoulders properly dug into that new soft pad for the bench.
And that was a good fight there. 2-1. Happy days.
Next up we have Suno with 165 kilos going on the bar. As we can see, we're going ever close to that 3 red plate bench, which will be soon very shortly as this flight gets stronger. Very nicely done there by Suno with 3 white lights from the refs as well.
And next up is Connor Mills with 170 now.
as we can see here today, we've got quite a competitive 83 kilo class with a lot of these listers going into the almost 200 kilos, which is some very big benches coming up today.
Very nicely done there. 3 white lights. Next up,
We have Gregoros with 170 kilos on the bar.
nicely done there from Gregoros. 3 white lights from the refs.
Next up we have Alan with 172.5 kilos coming on the bar. It's always very interesting to see how different lifters decide to use, whether they're using the wrist strap or the belt. What's your opinion on it, Ritwan?
Go with what you like.
Yeah, I'm personally a belt bencher myself. I don't know, I quite like the stability, but a lot of these lifters here aren't seeming to choose that option, so we'll see if it benefits them today.
Yeah, a lot of time we see with the belt, it's more of a single. Fast. Very nice. 3 white lights as well from the refs.
Next up we have Thomas with 172 kilos on the bar again. It's quite incredible benches here because there's almost all of these being recently 2 times bodyweight benches. Absolutely amazing, especially for their openers as well.
Fast. Very fast. That's 3 white lights as well.
This is what we like to see. All the benches doing a very nice job on their openers. And next up we have Lucas with 185 kilos on the bar. The first lifter here to have 3 reds plated up.
Fast. Very comfortable there for his opener. And that is 3 white lights from the refs. It's a good lift.
And next up we have Anna Juan with 187.5 kilos on the bar. And this is going to be a very nice competition between Lucas and Anna Juan with their first and second places. We'll be seeing who's going to claim that title today in the 83 kilo class. Just making sure he's getting his setup nice and tight now. Making sure he doesn't leave anything to chance so he can get his nice solid opener in the bag.
Very nicely executed there. Let's see what the refs have to say. 3 white lights. That's good lift.
Very solid. We're now moving on to a 93 kilo lifter with 205 kilos going on the bar. An absolutely monstrous bench, breaking that 200 kilo barrier for his opener. This is also only 12.5 kilos behind his own record of 217.5 kilos behind the bar, which I'm sure he'll be wanting to take again today. But let's see how his opener moves.
Very fast. And he's looking good. What was that for revs? 3 white lights. He's looking like he's going to beat his record today.
I do agree. I think he's got a very good chance of going at least 220, maybe even a little bit more than that with how strong that bench
I'll wait to
was.
see how it. What's the second attempt going to be?
Next up we have Charlie with 142.5 kilos on the bar. And just looking at what Jack has put in for his second attempt, he is going to be attempting 215 kilos, just 2.5 behind his record. That'll be a very interesting to see what he puts in after he does that bench.
See what Charlie has now. Very nice singlet as well.
Yeah, he's got the English singlet there.
Nice. Bit of a grind. Unfortunate there, 2-1.
Yeah, I think he might have had a bit of butt lift there on that bench, unfortunately, due to the yellow lights there. Still a good try, but he's got his third attempt, so you can sure he'll take that again.
We've got Jake up next with 145. See how he does.
A little bit slower there for Jake, but still a very strong second attempt with 3 white lights from the judges.
We got Samuel next now with 145. See how it is for him.
Interesting about Samuel as well, he's only 79 kilos body weight, so he's still got a fair amount he can grow into his class. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do in the next coming year or two.
Lots of room. We see 83s. Very nice there. 3 white lights. Happy days for him.
I'm sure he'll be taking another fairly decent jump, probably going for that 150, I assume, for Samuel.
And now we've got James up with 147.5.
James here being maxed out on his body weight with 83 kilos exactly. He's definitely probably done a gut cut or something there to make sure he's hit the exact right body weight for that, to get the best bench possible for today. Let's see how he does.
Very nicely done there. 3 white lights from the refs. They're happy. He's happy.
Next up we have Sam with 150 kilos going on the bar.
Very nicely done. Very. Let's see what the refs have to say. 3 white lights.
Nice strong bench there for Sam. And now we're moving on to Omar with 160 kilos going on the bar. For anyone who doesn't know, these competitions are based on GL points, and it is absolutely astonishing as to what GL some of these lads have been putting up today, with some people already having secured in the 90s for their GLs. There are some monstrously strong people here today.
Definitely. Nice, nice. And that is 3 white lights as well from the refs.
A little bit slow there on his second attempt, but it's still looking pretty strong and pretty smooth. I think he might take an extra 5 kilos for his third attempt there, Omar. Next up is Fraser with also 160 kilos on the bar. Seems like them two are having a little battle of their own amongst them all.
Very strong bench there from Fraser.
Next up we have Sunil with 172.5 kilos. Two to one, good lift. Very nicely done there, Sunil.
We've got Connor up next now for 175.
Very clean looking bar that. Can have 3 reds and a collar on each side. Lovely bar for a bench press.
Three white lights. It's a good lift now.
Next up, we move on to Greg with 175 kilos in the bar as well. Oh, quite the grind here.
Gets
Locks
it
it out.
locked. Unlucky. Yeah, it's 2 to 1. Not a good lift.
Unfortunately, I think due to the blue light there, he might have had a bit downward movement on his right elbow there. But it's still a very good chance he could be able to come back and get that on his next attempt.
Yeah. Up next now we've got Thomas with 180 kilos.
Getting this bench will be moving Thomas into third position.
Very nicely that move there. Move really nice. And that's 3 white lights. That was fast, wasn't it?
That was amazing. It'll be good to see he takes quite a nice jump for his third attempt.
Yeah, let's see what he loads up.
Next up we have Alan with 182.5 kilos in the bar. Also 400 pounds. Absolutely amazing bench number to hit.
Especially on a second.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if he gets this to see what he decides to load for his third.
Strong. Very strong. Definitely move like a second. 3 white lights. Good.
Very nicely done. Now we're moving into our top 2 contenders for the 83 kilo class with Lucas on 192.5 kilos. This is shaping out to be a very nice battle between the two. It will have to be going down to their third attempt, I believe, to see who will take the crown. But for now, let's watch Lucas's second. Making sure he takes his time, getting himself set up.
Very nicely done there. What do the refs have to say? 3 white lights.
I don't know about you, Ron, but that even looks like it could have been an opener, to be honest.
Honestly, yeah.
I imagine he'll be wanting that 200 kilos next, probably. You know, going to get very close, if not take 200, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up.
Let's see how
Anujan takes 195 kilos, which is 2.5 above Lucas. Let's see if he can get this.
see how fast he moves as well. Definitely nice. That moves well.
I think it was a tiny bit slower than Lucas's, but it was 2.5 kilos more. And we have just seen that Lucas has put 200 in for his third attempt. I imagine Anujan will probably put 202 just to chip him. However, being a bench-only competition, they do have the opportunity to change their thirds. So I wonder if there'll be any gameplay with their third attempts.
Yeah, it might be down to some of the coaches now. See what the attempts they put in. But now we've got Jack Taylor coming up with 215 on the bar. That is the heaviest attempt for this flight, and only 2.5 kilos behind his own record. It's lovely to see how this moves now and what he's going to do for his third.
Same again, come on. Nice.
Oh my goodness, that was phenomenal. 3 white lights. Very strong second attempt. I imagine he'll be going for at least 5 kilos, if not more than that, for his third attempt.
You might have missed that if you blinked. God, that was fast.
We've also just seen that Anujan has put in 200 as well as Lucas, so both of them are going for the same number. I wonder if one of them will change it in the last moment to take the top spot. But next up we have Charlie with 145 kilos on the bar for his third and final attempt. Let's see how he does.
Chosen to go up 2.5 after a second. Let's see how this moves.
He's got the strength for it. Let's just hope he can nail the technical ability of it.
Come on now.
Amazing grind that from Charlie.
Beautiful fight. Let's see what the refs think. 2-1, that's a good lift.
Unreal passion from the man to fail his second and still got the 2.5 with the belief that he got it, and he did.
He must be extremely proud of himself. That is now who we've got up next.
Jake with 150 kilos going on the bar for his third attempt.
Just a bit too much there.
Strong attempt, but unfortunately no.
Very good attempt though. Yeah. Next up now we've got Samuel with 150 as well. Let's see how he does.
Unfortunately, Charlie's 145 has been overturned by the jury to be a no lift. They deemed, I believe, too much downward movement on the one side. Very good attempt, but it'll just have to be a gym PR for the time being.
Unfortunate there, honestly.
Let's see how Samuel does now. That was phenomenal. A very easy third attempt, if you ask me.
Very happy man.
Next up we have James, 152.5 kilos on the bar. James just psyching himself up here for a big bench.
Just a bit too much for him today. Unfortunate, honestly.
Valiant effort there. He did try to grind it, but just too much from the bar. He'll have to come again next time.
And next up now we've got Sam with 160 kilos, which is a 10 kilo jump from his second.
He is feeling very confident today. With how his second moved, I'm not too surprised though for the 10 kilo jump, because his second moved very well indeed.
Yeah, 10 kilo jump is a big jump usually in bench, but he's been moving things very well today. And it'll be a 2.5 kilo PR for him actually. Unfortunate there.
Just a tiny bit overconfident, but still a very good try from the lad. Next up we have Omar with 165 kilos going on the bar.
Be 2.5 kilo PR for him as well if you can get this.
A good try there, but unfortunately no, it was not in the cards today. Good try, Omar.
Next up now we've got Gregory, same weight, 165. Let's see how he does.
This will be a 10 kilo PB. Wow. This will be a very nice. He's already smashed his PB on his second by 5 kilos. Let's see how he does for his third.
Unfortunate there.
Another good fight on his hands, but he'll just have to come back for another day. But I'm sure he'll be happy with his 5 kilo PB that he got on his second.
Yeah, let's hope Greg now can get this 175 now.
Definitely. Let's just hope he can stop any downward movement.
Lovely. Let's see it now.
Oh, what a grind.
Oh my God.
Let's see what the refs say.
Three white lights. They're happy with that.
And that matched his PB bench. I'm sure he'll be happy with the redemption after missing his second. Next up, we have Sunil with also 175 kilos on the bar for a 2.5 kilo jump.
Unfortunate there.
What a
too much.
What a brilliant attempt, though. That was a real fighter.
He didn't stop fighting, indeed. Next up now, we've got Connor with 177.5. 2.5 kilos on his second attempt. Let's see how it moves.
If he gets this will keep him in 4th position.
Unfortunate.
He will retain his 4th position, though, but unfortunately not there today. Next up, we have Alan with 187.5 kilos in a bar for a 5 kilo jump. Wow.
Could also be a 2.5 kilo PR for Alan. So let's see it. Strong off the chest, he just couldn't get it there in the end.
Next up, we have Thomas with 192.5 kilos on the bar. 12.5 kilo jump from his second. Thomas is feeling very confident.
Yes.
It's interesting. He's gone from a 7.5 kilo jump from his first to his second to a 12.5 kilo jump. Let's see if this is the right decision for him.
To be honest, after that second attempt, he could load up wherever he wanted.
And this will also be a 15 kilo PB. Wow.
Much improvement there for him.
Let's go, Thomas.
Hope he can get it now. Unfortunate there.
Just a bit too ambitious there for Thomas.
Still happy, it seems, but now we've got Lucas up next now with 200. His first and second attempts have been moving very nice today.
I wonder if Anujan will keep his 200 as well, or if he will go up 2.5 kilos to just about beat out Lucas. But let's see how Lucas does.
Well, if Anujan sticks with it, he wouldn't win on bodyweight either,
No.
so this would win it for Lucas. Taking his time to get it right now.
Very elaborate setup here from Lucas, but it works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Indeed. Fast.
Oh my goodness.
Fast. I've seen seconds move slower. That was good.
What a
3
lift.
white lights. Tremendous from him.
And he hugs his girlfriend in celebration. I'm sure he could have loaded up another 5 kilos on that bar. That was unbelievable.
You can see what it means to him as well. Absolutely smashed it.
So strong, so confident. But now we have a Nugent. He has taken the 2.5 kilo jump.
Is it time for Nugent to wreck the party?
The clock is counting down. I'm not entirely sure why Nugent is not coming out right now.
His wrist straps, possibly?
He still has a little bit of time left on the clock. Let's hope he can get it done in time. Yes, we have seen it is his wrist straps that he is now putting on.
20 seconds. Can he beat the clock to get his start command? 14 seconds.
Oh, this is going to be down to the
Let
wire.
onto the platform with 10 seconds to go. Can he get the start command in 10 seconds? 5, 3.
I don't know if he'll get it. No, he's out of time.
No, he's missed it. Oh,
I'm sure
so unfortunate.
Lucas will be very happy though, as he is now in first place with the 83 kilo class, and this competition is a qualifier to go on to.
And now we've got a British bench record attempt, 220 kilos, 2.5 over Jack's own record. Can he do it?
I believe he can.
I think he can as well.
With how his second moved, this is going to be very
This would be
exciting
no
to watch.
surprise at all.
Interesting enough, this is 5 kilos below his PB, so he has done more than this, so this should be in the tank for him.
Confidence. Getting that setup right now. Taking his time. Taking a second to feel out the bench. Got the bar in his hands now. Yep. Fast.
Wow,
Really fast.
that was brilliant. 3 white lights there.
Oh my god. For a British record like that, he knows what he's got. Look at him.
He is ecstatic with that. 2.5 kilos, chipped his record by.
Didn't break
Wow.
a sweat doing it.
And that concludes the 83 kilo class in the session 1. In session 2, sorry. We're now moving on to flight B, which is almost entirely 93 kilo lifters apart from one 105. We have masters, juniors and sub-juniors going into this flight. So first off we have Stefan with 105 kilos in the bar, sorry.
I'm still in awe of that record.
That record was truly something else. People are squatting that weight, let alone thinking even about benching it. Wow.
And now we've got Stephen coming out for 115 kilos. Oh, so 105.
This also is our Masters 3, so to be opening at over 100 kilos in the Masters 3 division is very impressive indeed. Nice and strong there. 3 white lights there for Stephen.
Very nicely done. And now we've got Mark coming out with the 107.5. 2.5 ahead of Stephen. And in the same division, M3 93 as well. This will be a good battle to see.
Yes, I believe these are the only 2 Masters 3 93 kilo lifters here today. So we'll see who can take the crown on this one. He is just speaking there to the spotter and loader to get the right hand out. Whoa, very speedy there.
Very nicely done indeed. Next up now we've got Andrew with 122.5 kilos, M2.
Again, he's speaking to Thomas Morgan here, who is a very proficient lift bencher in himself. So I'm sure he'll be given the best handouts here today for these lifters. Very strong there.
Very nice. Very nicely done.
Only 7.5 kilos below his PB, so I imagine he'll be looking to break that PB today.
And now we have Tom Clark.
I believe Thomas Clark is a Welsh lifter. Yes, he is. He is from Cardiff University.
Yes,
Lifting
he
Club.
is. You can see that beautiful logo there on his chest and his back as well. As we like to call him, Slippy Grippy. Let's see how he does here. Very strong boy in the 93s as well, moving up from the 83s. Fast. Fast. That was so fast.
Wow.
Great to see. 3 white lights. Yep. Yeah, he's after it today.
I think he'll be looking for that 140 mark today, if not maybe more.
I cannot wait to see it. He's open 10 kilos below his PR.
Next up, we have Drew with 137.5 kilos in the bar in the Masters 1 division. He'll be looking to try to squeeze into that podium 3rd position, but he'll have to take on Jonathan after this if he can beat him. But let's see how this 137.5 moves first. Oh my goodness, that just flew off his chest. 3 white lights. What an opener there for Drew. Very impressive.
Next up is Jonathan with 140 kilos in the bar. Also an M1. See how he does.
Jonathan will be looking to retain his 3rd place if he gets this. His main competition is Drew, to see who of those two will be getting 3rd place. And Drew has put in his 2nd attempt of 145 kilos, so he's definitely looking to see if he can beat Jonathan. Let's see how John does.
Open 2.5 kilos above his PR. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, and look how amazing
That
how
was
fast that moves.
Very fast.
Jonathan must be having some very good training recently to be that confident in his opener. I imagine he'll be having a very good day today.
And up next we have Josh Wall, another Cardiff Uni lifter, looking to represent, like I like to call him, J Money. Is it money time? Let's see it. Training's been going really well for Josh. Love to see a big bench from him today. Opening with his PR as well. Lightning. It is money time. Let's see it from him.
I think he'll be looking at around that 155 to 160 mark there with how well that moved. And now we've got Adam with 147.5 kilos in the bar. This is a sub-junior 105 kilo lifter who recently competed for Northern Ireland. A very strong young lifter up and coming here now.
Very snazzy singlet as well.
Oh, it is very, very, very good indeed.
Good opener there. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. They're happy. Good bench.
Very nicely done there from sub-junior.
Next up now we've got Owen with 150.
Another sub-junior as well. There seems to be a lot of very strong sub-18-year-olds coming into powerlifting these days, and they're all getting just stronger and stronger by the year.
Also in a very nice British, like one of the nation singlets. I think they're very nice, all 4 of the singlets, all 5 is it?
Yeah, we do have a few different athletes who competed recently in Commonwealth in South Africa back in October. So all of them are very strong, talented athletes, as you can see.
Fast as well. Very good opener there. Let's see what the refs say.
For an opener with 2.5 kilos above his PB, again, another person who is just blowing their training out of the park. Next up, we have Charlie with 150 kilos on the bar. Only 2.5 kilos below his PB, and 3 white lights and a good lift there for Charlie. Wow, very impressive there. Next up, we have Kieran with 152.5 kilos on the bar. I do like his shoes there. Very nice pair of purple and brown and black Jordans there.
Actually, those are very nice. So is his belt, the newer color SPDs.
Yeah, very nice matching the Forge singlet as well. Let's see how he does on his bench. Very smooth there, very, very nicely done there by Kieran. 3 white lights from the judges. Now we're moving on to Brandon with 152.5 kilos on the bar.
Fast. Very good opener. Let's see. Yep, 3 white lights from the ref.
That's what we like to see. All the lifters so far getting their openers in nice and strong. Next up we have Anthony with 152.5 kilos on the bar. Another sub-junior lifter.
What are they feeding these kids?
I really don't know. To be benching these kind of weights at that kind of age is just beyond me.
Very nice opener there. Oh, 2-1. It is a good lift. That was a nice opener there.
As long as you get those 2 white lights, that's what matters. Hopefully the jury won't overturn that one.
Until the jury says something else.
Next up we have Kaya with 152.5 kilos on the bar. Also a sub-junior lifter. Like you said, what are they feeding them? This is just uncanny, the amount of strong sub-juniors in this class. This is amazing.
We've still got Jaden to come open at 165.
It is just wonderful to see such new, young, strong talent coming into the sport.
Opening 7.5 kilos above his PR.
He must be feeling very confident in himself and his training recently. Let's see how it moves.
Nicely done there from KO.
Speedy off the chest and 3 white lights there for KO. Next up, we're moving on to Tyler, 155 kilos in the bar. I've actually met Tyler a few times in competitions before. He used to be a 74 kilo lifter and he's moved up into the 83 and now the 93. I know he's held some records before in the 74 kilo bench class. Let's see how he does in the 93s.
Coached by Finn O'Farrell as well.
A very strong sub-junior who's moving into the juniors.
Indeed a threat.
Let's see how Tyler does though.
Very nice, very nice. 3 white lights as well. It's good lift.
I have been seeing Tyler's training, and I know he'll be wanting that 175, 3 reds and a collar today. So let's see if he can get it when his second and third attempts. Moving up, we have Andy with 157.5 kilos on the bar.
And one lifter.
It looks like he's got some competition with Aleski, who is loaded 160. But let's see how Andy does. This is also a GB athlete, so you know he's of a very high pedigree. And
Just got his rack heights wrong there, sorting that out for him very quickly.
the timer has restarted. Very solid there, 3 white lights there for Andy.
Everyone's hit so far.
Let's see how his competition does. Aleski, who's loaded 160. This will be a good battle for the Masters first and second places. Oh my goodness, what an opener bench for Alexi.
White lights as well. Refs are happy.
Very solid there. Next up we have Wojciech with 162.5 kilos on the bar.
Junior as well. Strong. See if you can get it done. It's a matched PR as well.
There seems to be a lot of people here who are opening with their PBs. This is a very strong flight today.
Really bringing their best on the day. See how it goes now.
I think if you blinked, you would have missed that lift. Oh my goodness. He is going to have a strong lift
That's
today.
exactly what you want from an opener. Now we've got Jaden coming out for 165 kilos. This puts him at first in the sub-juniors. 165 kilos in a 93 sub-juniors.
Well, he is wearing a GB singlet, so I can assume he's a GB athlete, which means he's got a very big lift coming in him. This is also 15 kilos above his PB. Oh my goodness me.
Boys are oozing in confidence today with these openers.
I don't understand how that is. That is just ridiculous.
Not a bad opening either.
It is 2-1, so it's still a good lift.
Yeah.
Just need to make sure he cleans up his technique just a little bit for his next attempt.
Yeah.
And finally in this flight, we have Josh Murray with 190 kilos on the bar.
That's what, 25 kilos from the next person?
Unbelievable bench press.
Strong. See how it is. Given the platform crew now just the right information for handouts now. Let's see how it moves.
And that was 3 white lights, a good lift. I believe he has secured first place now with his opener bench. I don't know if anyone else will be able to get close to his 190 kilo opener, but let's see what he'll be able to do for his seconds and thirds later on. See how high he can push us.
Just keep extending that lead. Oh, actually. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for sure, man.
Next up, we have Stefan with 110 kilos on the bar. Nice little 5 kilo jump.
Strong second attempt there. Let's see what the refs say. Really white lights. What do you think?
It was very good. I wonder if he'll match his PB attempt to 115 for his third, or if he'll try chip it with 2.5 kilos more than that. We'll have to wait and see. But next up is Mark with 115 kilos on the bar. A smooth bench there from Mark. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights, very nicely done.
Next up, we've got Andrew now with 127.5. That's 5 kilos on his opener. See how we can move it. Also, just 2.5 kilos off his current PR. Very, very strong bench there from Andrew. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. That was fast.
I think he'll take 132.5 to beat his PB. And next up, we have Thomas Clark with 132.5 kilos on the bar.
Oh, he's having a day. Oh, he's having a day. I can't wait to see this.
He's got a massive smile on his face, we can see. He is very excited for today's bench. And as someone who's still growing into the 93 kilo weight class, as someone who only weighs 88 kilos, he is doing very well for himself.
So strong. Wrong unrack there. That's an opener. That is an opener. What on earth have I just seen? Strong.
I want that lad to take a big jump for his third.
Let's see what Big Thomas loads up for him. Another Welsh international. Or GB international even.
I believe so. Next up, we have Drew with 145 kilos on the bar. An M1 lifter. He is trying to get second place at the moment. Third place, sorry. My correction.
See how this moves for Drew. Good, strong second for Drew.
Very nice indeed there from him. 3 white lights from the red refs.
Now, next up we've got Jonathan with 150 kilos being loaded on the bar. Strong there. Gets it up. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights.
That is now 12.5 kilos above his PB. This guy is on for a very strong day.
Very strong prep. Next up, CBC lifter, Cardiff Uni, Josh Wall. J Money.
We can see him from the corner here. He is looking very focused for this lift.
Very locked in. Yep. Little grin on his face. Let's see what he can do here. Yeah, happy with the way the bar is. Let's see how it moves. Digging into the bench now, just trying to get it right. Nice, unracked well. Very good. It is money time. 10 kilos above his personal best. And it's moved like that. What have you got to say about that, Dad?
That is a strong second attempt. I imagine he'll be going for at least 150, maybe even 152 if he feels for it.
Honestly, I want to see it.
Next
160, actually.
Next up we have Adam with 155 kilos in the bar.
These sub-juniors, man, they are strong.
It is just unreal. This is the 105 kilo lifter in the class.
Still a very strong boy. 5 kilos above his personal best as well. Can he execute? Indeed, he can. Let's see what the refs think about when he gets all racked.
3 white lights. A little bit skew on the way up, but it still moved fine. Let's hope he can just make sure he sorts out that left arm so it moves at 1.
Good for a 5 kilo PR.
Oh, very nice indeed. Next up we have Owen with 157.5 kilos in the bar. 10 kilos above his PB. These sub-juniors are moving very well indeed.
It's time now to get comfortable there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. 3 white lights.
Very well done. I wonder what you'll take this side. Maybe 162.5. Next up we have Kieran with 160 kilos on the bar. Just setting up very nicely on the pad now. Looking strong in the unrack. Slight sticking point in the middle there, but moved well nonetheless.
Very good. 7.5 kilo PR secured. Let's see what he loads up on the third.
And next up is Anthony with 160 kilos on the bar for a sub-junior. Wowee. This will be a very impressive bench indeed. He is currently battling for 3rd place in the sub-junior 93 kilo weight class, with his main opposition being Charlie.
Fast, very fast. 2.5 kilo PR as well for the boy.
I think he's going to have a good battle with Charlie. I think it will come down to the coaches and to what they put in for his bench.
Yep.
Come on, Charlie now. Also going for 160. If he gets this as well, they will be neck and neck for who's going to get that 3rd place.
Well, all 3 of them from 2nd to 4th are loading up the same. So we could have a battle for 2nd.
It's all going to come down to body weight and also what their coaches put in. Let's see how Charlie does.
Good, strong as well.
7.5 kilo PB for him there. Very nicely done. Next up is Kyle with 160 kilos as well on the bar. And we've just seen Anthony and Charlie have both put in 170 kilos for their third attempt. I wonder if either of them will change it to 172. But Anthony does have the body weight on both other two lifters. Let's see how Kyle does.
This would be a 15 kilo comp here for Kyle. Going off his previous comps. Strong press.
Wow,
Strong.
I think he'll take probably that 12.5 to boost himself over the other two lifters. But next up we have Tyler with 162.5 kilos on the bar, which I believe is only 2.5 kilos below his PB. He is looking laser focused for this attempt. Let's see how he does. A smooth second attempt there from Tyler. I think he's doing pretty well today. Looks like he'll be on track to hit that 170 mark that he's been gunning for.
Next up now we've got Brandon with 162 as well. Puts him slightly ahead at bodyweight in third place in juniors.
Very nice attempt there. And the judges say 3 white lights with 2.5 kilos below his PB. I think he'll probably take 5 kilos next, so that way he can beat his PB.
Got him at second place there with bodyweight.
And next up we have Andy, the Masters 1 lifter with 167.5 kilos in the bar. This will be for, it's a good battle between him and Alexi. Both going for the same weight now. Both gunning for that first place. Masters
10
1.
kilo jump for Andy. Let's see how he moves it.
It is also only 2.5 kilos below his PB. Come on, Andy. Let's move this strong now. A very solid attempt there from Andy. Very nice one. And 3 white lights from the refs. It looks like he's got a very good chance of taking that top spot. Let's see how Alexi does. Can Alexi fend him off?
Can he hit 7.5 kilo jump? Indeed he can.
Oh my goodness, that looked like an opener.
Fast. 3 white lights as well. The refs are happy.
I am going to make a prediction here. I do think Alexi will probably have it based on how that second attempt moved. He is going to probably have to load 177.5 kilos to beat Andy. But now we are on to Jaden, who is a sub-junior, benching a whopping 170 kilos for his second attempt.
Sporting that beautiful GB singlet.
It is very nice indeed. Let's see how his bench moves. This will be for first place.
And a 20 kilo bench PR.
Looks good in the unrack.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
God.
He gets the
3
3
white
white
lights.
That was an unbelievable grind from his right arm specifically. Wowee. Let's watch the replay again of that.
That's insane.
I don't know how much more he's got in the tank based on how that moved, but it was still amazing nonetheless. And next up we have Wojciech with 172.5 kilos on the bar. This is for 3rd place.
Very nicely done there. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights.
Next up we have Josh Murray going to 197.5 kilos on the bar, just tantalizingly close below the 200 mark. Here comes Josh. He looks very confident as he walks onto the platform.
Going off his second, he's gonna get this. It's gonna look good.
And it is also hopefully going to be a 15 kilo PB if he gets this. What an amazing bench he has. Unfortunately not there today.
He's got one more chance to get it now on his 3rd attempt. It's a good grind though.
Not entirely sure what completely wrong. Let's have a look again.
Might just be a bit of strength. He did try his best there to get it up.
That is the one issue when you do sink the bar quite low into your chest. Once it stops moving after you've launched it off, it does become a very much tricep based bench. But we'll see what happens on his 3rd soon enough.
Next up now, we've got Stephen, M3. He's loaded at 115. It's a 5 kilo jump from his 2nd.
This will be, I believe, a very nice lift for Stephen.
Which temporarily puts him in 1st place in the M3 battle, with Mark following after.
And it will be matching his PB as well. Oh, go on, Stephen.
Very nice there.
Nicely done. Still a little bit left in the tank as well,
Yeah.
which is what we like to see. Playing it safe, but getting those 3 attempts in, which is what makes the biggest difference, you know?
Of course. The more attempts, the better chance you have of winning, honestly.
Next up, we have Mark with 117.5 kilos in the bar. If he gets this, he will be crowned the Masters 3 champion.
Just to push himself 2.5 kilos ahead of Stephen that we just saw go there.
It is quite substantially below his PB, so he should have this. Yeah. A very nice grind indeed.
Gets in the end. Let's see what the refs say.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunate there.
I
honestly.
believe his coach might go speak to the jury if they can, or the jury might overturn it. We will see if that changes, and I'll tell you if it does.
But for now, we have Stephen ahead as our champ for the M3 bench. Next up now, we've got Andrew with 132.5 kilos, 5 kilo jump from his 2nd. Let's see what he can do here.
This is going to be a 2.5 kilo PB for Andrew. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, that's good. You see what the refs think. Happy days, that's a good lift.
Oh, look at
he's
this.
ecstatic with it.
He's so happy about that.
Look at that smile. Next up now, we have Tom Clark. This man has been on a run today. His 2nd looked like an opener. Let's see what he could do with his 3rd. And I am so sure that he's going to get it. It's a 5 kilo all-time PR. Let's see how it moves.
You can see how locked he is in for this lift.
Very, very hype lifter. So let's see how he does. Get him right there underneath the bench now. Getting his setup right. Strong and rack. See how he does. Oh my god. I still think that looks like an opener.
That could have been an opener if
Honestly,
you told me.
What? Look at him. Yep. Beating his chest there. He is very happy with that.
I don't know about you, but I think he probably could have had 150 on that bar and it would have moved
I hope to
just
see
as
him in the
quick.
gym this evening to see what he can get done.
Goodness me. Next up we have Drew with 152.5 kilos on the bar in the Masters 1 category. This will place him 4th place, just outside that podium position.
Strong from Drew. Strong there. Nicely done. 3 white lights from the refs.
Next up is Jonathan with 155 kilos on the bar in the Masters 1. If Jonathan gets this, he will have secured 3rd place in the Masters 1 93 kilo weight class. Let's see how Jonathan does. Oh my goodness, what an incredible grind.
See what they say about the rack man there.
Unfortunate there.
2 to 1.
A good attempt.
Very nice. It moved so nicely.
That does mean, though, that Drew has secured himself the 3rd place Masters 1 spot, the 152 kilo bench.
Next up, we've got Adam now with 157.5.
The 105 sub-junior lifter. Oh
2.5
goodness.
on his last and a 7.5 kilo comp PB.
A solid lift there with 3 white lights from the lift. That. Unfortunately, Adam being a guest lifter will not be able to place in this competition today.
Next up, Josh Wall, J Money. He is laser focused on that bench.
A slightly conservative jump in my opinion, based on how the last one moved. I think
Oh.
you probably could have had 162 if you wanted it.
Can't complain with a 15 kilo comp PR though.
It would be very impressive indeed.
Yep. And that's the right call on that, you know.
I do agree with you there.
J Money's very happy there. Big smile on the boy's face. Very happy to see him do that.
Solid bench there from Josh. 3 white lights. And next up we have Kieran with 165 kilos on the bar. Let's see how Kieran does. This is going to hopefully be a 12.5 kilo PB for Kieran. I believe this might be a grind, but let's see how he does. A solid grind there from Kieran. What did the judge say? 3 white lights there. Very nicely done there by Kieran. He'll be chuffed to bits with that PR. And next up we are moving on to Charlie Clark, the 165 on the bar, a sub-junior. This will be a 12.5 kilo PB for Charlie. Let's see how it moves. Very smooth indeed. Let's see how the refs say. 2-to-1 good lift, just a tiny bit of downward movement there from the center ref, but still a good lift there nonetheless. We are now moving on to Tyler with 106. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Tyler with 167.5 kilos on the bar. This will be a 2.5 kilo PB for Tyler. I know he wants this bad. Let's see how he does. A strong unrack.
Very good fight there.
What did the judges say?
3 white lights, they are happy.
Perfect call there for Tyler. And we've just had an attempt change. We now have Kaya with 167.5 kilos on the... Oh, no, sorry. Just the attempt change now to Owen with 160... Oh, Brandon. Brandon, sorry, my mistake, guys. 167.5 kilos in the bar for Brandon.
This would push him to 3rd place for now. Lots of energy from Brandon.
You can tell he wants this bad. This will also be a 2.5 kilo PB for Brandon. Oh, very good attempt there. They say leave it all on the line, and that's what he did. But unfortunately, just a tiny bit too much there on the bar today. We next up have Owen with 167.5 kilos on the bar. This is now starting the true battle for the sub-junior 93 kilo class. Let's see how he does. This will put him in 4th place.
Fight, he's fighting. Unfortunate that he just didn't get it. Not a bit too much on the day.
So next up we have Kaya with a 167.5 kilos on the bar as well. This will be for 3rd place, which he has already secured with his 2nd attempt. So let's see if he can get this. Oh, it's a grind. Will he have it? Will he have it? No, unfortunately not. 3 reds there from the refs. Very good attempt. It seems that 167.5 kilo is quite a hard bench to bench, with unfortunately 3 people missing it today. But next up we have Anthony with 170 kilos on the bar. This will move him into 1st temporarily if Jaden doesn't get his 3rd. But let's see how Anthony does. For a 10 kilo jump to his 3rd. A very big jump.
12.5 all-time PR as well.
Yes, a very big bench there for him. Oh, it's a grind. Unfortunately, just a tiny bit too much there for that 10 kilo jump. So next up we have Jaden with 172.5 kilos on the bar. This will keep him in. He's already in first place. He's won the sub-junior 93 kilo class. But let's see if he can extend his lead. And he's going out onto the platform in that GB singlet. He's very psyched up for this. It'll be a 22.5 kilo PB for him. After that last attempt with the right arm failing a bit, let's see if he can make this one look a bit better. Oh my goodness, he's done it again. Wowee, what a bench. 3 white lights from the refs. Absolutely incredible day for Jaden. 3 out of 3 lifts. 22.5 kilo PB. Phenomenally done there from him. Next up we have Alexi with 175 kilos on the bar. This will be putting him into second place. And he has put 177.5 kilos on the bar. Let's see how Alexi does first.
They'll put him into first place for the time being. Just needs to see how Andy performs afterwards and if he gets this.
Always a grind. And he's locked it out. That was pretty strong there. 3 white lights from the refs. Very nice indeed. Now all comes down to Andy. Can he hit this 177.5 to take that top spot away from Alexi? Let's see if he can take the top spot and get the crown. Come on, Andy. This will also be a 7.5 kilo PB for him as well, so quite a decent PB, which is very nice to see.
Yeah, it will be a strong day up. 10 kilo jump as well, which we rarely see.
Yes, but it is needed today for that crown spot.
Almost there. And he's got it. Let's see what the refs say. 2 to 1, that's a good lift.
Very nicely done. I don't think you could have put a feather more on that bar. That was perfect. Very nicely done there, but Andy, he'll be chuffed to bits with that first place. And next up we have Warjack with 182.5 kilos on the bar. 400 pounds. Also be a 20 kilo PB.
Three white lights from the refs. Good lift.
What a way to finish off his day. 3 for 3, 20 kilo PB. Phenomenal day out for him. And the final lifter in the Flight B class, who has gone up an extra 2.5 kilos to 200, is Josh Murray.
Can he get this? He fought valiantly on his second. Let's hope this moves well.
He has already secured first place, but let's see if he can break that 200 kilo barrier, the all elusive one.
So unfortunate there. Really tried his best. Yeah, he's won on his opener as well, but you know what? He gave it his good 2 attempts in the end, and he did well.
Very nicely done. But we're now moving on to Flight C, which has some Masters 3, some juniors, and some sub-junior lifters in the 105 kilo class.
This is where we see how the 105s do.
We are starting off with Steve in the Masters 3 with 100 kilos on the bar. This is only 5 kilos below his PB, so he's starting off nice and strong. Solid lift there from Steve. 3 white lights from the judges. And now we're going to Josh, who has recently moved into the 105 kilo weight class from the 93s. He is going for a very clean bar, 2 reds and a collar.
Welsh boy, you can see that Welsh national shirt underneath.
I know his training has been going very well recently. This will also be his debut in the 105 kilo class.
Opening just 2.5 kilos under his current bench PR.
Which he set at the Commonwealth Championships in South Africa back in October. So let's see what progress he's made over the past few months.
Especially with moving up a class. That extra body weight really does help with bench. Very snappy indeed. Let's see what the refs have to say.
3 white lights there, and he will be looking good for a very strong day today. I think he'll be approaching that 140 mark on his 3rd attempt. But next up we have Aiden with 125 kilos also on the bar. Another very strong attempt there. 3 white lights from the judges there. And only 5 kilos below his PB, so he'll also be looking very good today. And next up we have Neil with 127.5 kilos going on the bar. This is also a Masters 3 lifter. He'll be going, this is for 3rd place in the Masters 3s. Only 5 kilos below his PB.
And very strong. Very strong today.
Nicely done there by Neil. And moving on, we have Josh with 127.5 kilos on the bar. He is also a Scottish lifter, representing in that beautiful Scottish singlet.
Another Commonwealth lifter, I believe.
And in the sub-junior weight class. Very strong for his age. Very, very strong indeed. Oh my goodness. You would have blinked and you would have missed that. That was incredibly fast. 3 white lights from the refs there.
Next up's Elliot with the 135 on the bar. Junior lifter.
It's always very interesting with these 105 kilo weight classes, especially when they're in the junior categories, to see which of them are just moving into the 105s or have filled out. For example, Elliot here, he seems to be in that middle portion where he's 99 kilos at the moment. So he's still got a fair bit of growth he can still do over the coming years before he makes it to the Opens.
Very smooth opener there. Very smooth. And the refs agree, giving him 3 white lights.
Next up we have Lewis with 135 kilos in the bar. Everyone seems to be doing very well in their openers at the moment, which is lovely to see. It's also a little bit of a shorter flight to Flight C here, with a few less lifters in it. I'm sure the lifters will be appreciating the slightly shorter rest times.
Very, very fast.
Nice.
Yo, he ends up today.
Next up is Chris with 140 kilos on the bar.
Very nice. Very nice old school singlet.
This is an M3 lifter as well. He is currently going to be moving into first place with this. He's got the same opener as his competition, Brett. But let's see how Chris does. Nicely done there. 3 white lights from the refs. Next up is Brett, his main competition. These two will be battling out head to head to see who can get that first place spot in the Masters 3 105 category. Brett does have body weight, so if it comes down to it, Brett can win on that. It truly is wonderful to see these Masters 3 lifters still benching such incredible weights. It really, really is amazing. A little bit of a struggle in the middle of that rep, but let's see what the refs say. Unfortunately, it is a no lift due to downward movement on that. I assume he might take that again just to double make sure he gets it on his second attempt. Unfortunate there. But next up we have Ben with 145 kilos in the bar, a sub-junior lifter. Only recently moving from the 93s to the 105, so the 96 kilo body weight. But this will be putting him into second place, only 7.5 kilos behind the opener of his main competition, Alfie. Let's see how Ben does.
Opener with 2.5 above his PR, and it doesn't look like it is because that's moved really fast.
He looks very happy as well with that. Next up we have Jacob with 147.5 kilos on the bar. This is for third place in the 105 kilo class he'll be moving into. Only 7.5 kilos behind his PB. Let's see how it moves. Oh my goodness, that was insanely fast. Next up we have Alfie with 152.5 kilos on the bar. This will be putting him in first place in the sub-junior 105 kilo weight class. Nicely done there from him, 3 white lights. Next up we have Ross in the Masters 1 with 160 kilos on the bar. This will be for first place. Let's see how he does.
What's happened there?
Not entirely sure what's happened there.
Jump the small command.
So unfortunately, that is a no lift, which Ross will probably be taking again.
Very unfortunate that to have that happen.
That is one of the cases with bench. It is a very technical lift, so you have to be very careful with the commands. But next up we have Kian with 167.5 kilos in the bar. This will be for him to be going for second place in the junior 105 category.
5 kilos under his current PR.
He looks very confident now.
Making sure he gets his hand out right, just how he likes it.
Nice and strong there, very speedy indeed. And 2 to 1, good lift there for him. Next up we have David with 167.5 kilos in the bar for a Masters 2. This will be for first place.
I believe he's the only Masters 2 here today.
Yes, he is indeed. But it does mean that due to this being a qualifier for Worlds, he will be able to get the opportunity to go to Bench Worlds, which he has competed for before, I believe, given the GB singlet.
Very strong opener there.
Nice indeed. A very experienced lifter, so you can tell that he moves things as they should. But next up we have Tim with 197.5 kilos on the bar as a junior lifter. Oh my goodness.
And actually, the record is 213. Could we see him go for the record today?
Well, we'll have to see how this moves, but that is not far off indeed at all.
And 2.5 kilos under his current PR. Just taking his time, making sure he gets it right now.
Oh my goodness me.
I can't believe the speed of that.
You would not think there is almost 200 kilos on that bar.
You know what? 2 to 1, but that was very nice. And I think if he gets that right, he is on fire today.
I do believe he'll be looking at that British record with a very close eye and wanting to gun for it. But next up we have the second round of attempts with Steve at 107.5 kilos on the bar, which I believe will be a 2.5 kilo PB on his second attempt. Let's go, Steve. Nicely done there, Steve. And what do refs say? 3 white lights. Very good indeed. And next up we have Josh, who has made a 5 kilo jump. I'm a little bit surprised by that, considering how well his first attempt moved. Maybe he's just being a little bit careful, making sure he wants to get all 3 attempts in the bag. But this is a 2.5 kilo PB nonetheless.
Nice conservative second. If he gets this now, it means he can do whatever he needs to do on that third, honestly. That's the right call, I'd say.
I do believe it was a fair bit slower than his first, but still a PB nonetheless with 3 white lights. So
PR.
I think
surprised me with the speed, but that was very good.
Nice and solid. Either 132 or 135 will be for his third attempt, which at the end of the day, either a 5 or a 7.5 kilo PB he'll be very happy with.
And here comes Aiden now for 132.5. 7.5 kilo jump, 2.5 kilo PR. Can he execute?
It's always great to see when lifters are able to smash their PRs on the second attempts. It's a really wonderful thing for them to see, and just then they can enjoy their thirds. Nice and smooth there. Still got some left in the tank for his third attempt, which is good to see. And next up we have Neil in the Master 3 class with 135 kilos going on the bar. This will be a 2.5 kilo PB. Also putting him in third place, I believe. Yes, third place. Nice podium position. Sinking a little bit into his chest, but strong in the finish. 2-to-1 good lift there for Neil. Very nice done indeed. Next up we have Josh with 137.5 kilos in the bar. 10 kilo jump for a sub-junior. Wow indeed. This is the Scottish lifter. Let's see how he does. It's only 5 kilos behind his PB. Very close indeed now. Nice and strong unrack.
That was good. That was really good.
I think he'll be going for either his PB or above it for his next attempt. But now we have Brett coming back for redemption with a 2.5 kilo jump above his failed first attempt.
Was it on a start command?
I believe it was start command or downward movement. I can't quite remember which one it was, unfortunately. We will see how this goes.
Hopefully you can execute now.
Currently just setting up his wrist straps before he's let onto the platform. Still plenty of time to bench. This will hopefully put him in second place. Only 2.5 kilos behind his main competitor. Unfortunately, they had to take the bar from there. Not entirely sure what happened. He is a little bit upset about that one, we can tell. But he still has his third attempt, so hopefully he can get it then. Next up, we have Elliot with 145 kilos in the bar for a junior lifter.
Imagine this is a PR as well. Oh, no, what? Oh, yep, actually, yep. A 4 kilo PR loaded up for Elliot here. Can he execute?
Very nicely done there from Elliot.
Next up is Chris with 145 as well. M3.
This will be to secure him first place. And Brett has also jumped 2.5 kilos, his competition, to 145 after missing his first and seconds. A bold move by Brett. But let's see how Chris does. Three white lights and a good lift there by Chris. Next up we have Lewis with 145 kilos in the bar.
Taking his time now to really get that setup right.
Lewis being handled by a very good handler, Jodie, who is one of the top female Welsh lifters.
Very strong.
Nice indeed.
Can't wait to see what Jody puts in now for him. He's gonna have a good third attempt, I think.
I got a feeling 152 might be out there, to be honest.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, man.
Next up we have Jacob with 152.5 kilos in the bar.
Honestly, I'm surprised by that. His opener was so fast.
I know.
So fast.
But playing it safe, he's going to be with this one. He will be securing 3rd place in the junior 105 kilo class. So let's see how he does.
Yeah, but 2.5 kilos off his current PR.
Very nicely done indeed. Still a fair bit left in the tank for
So
his third.
fast for a second, honestly.
Free work lights, very good. Next up we have Ben with 155 kilos going on the bar for a sub-junior lifter. This will be securing him 2nd place.
And a 12.5 kilo comp PR.
With how well his first, this is probably going to be another very strong lift from him.
Yeah, I back that. This should root really well.
Oh, it is a grind. And he's fought through it.
Got there in the end. Let's see what the refs have to say. 2 to 1. Still a good lift.
Not much more left in the tank there. Probably only 2.5. He looked like he was holding his back after, so he might have pulled something a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Still a very good bench there. Next up, we have Alfie with 160 kilos in the bar.
See what Alfie does here. 7.5 kilo jump.
And a 10 kilo jump, well, 10 kilos above his PB. Wow, indeed.
Will be very impressive if we can get it done now. Very strong.
Oh my goodness, I feel like he could possibly even go for 167 or 170. That was wonderful to see indeed.
Strong lifter. Next up now, we've got Ross. He missed this on his opener Saturday. Let's see what he can do now. It was due to a start command, so hopefully he can fix that now and get it right.
We have just heard the MC in the room just say about the start command, so I believe that'll be at the forefront of his mind now.
Perfect there. Honestly, very, very comfortable opener.
I think he will take quite a large jump for his third, just to regain some ground there.
Yeah. I think it's the right course sticking with the 160 though. Very, very nice attempt there for him.
But he has secured his spot now that he's got a bench on the doors, so he has got his Masters 1 gold place.
Next up now is Kian. Kian now has got 175 loaded up, 7.5 kilo jump, 2.5 kilos below, well, 2.5 kilo jump from his all-time PR. See if he can get it done.
A very clean looking bar as well with 3 reds and a collar. We do love to see it.
Yeah, we do.
Very nicely, very speedy.
Very nicely done there.
I think he'll be getting close to that 400-pound mark on his third and final attempt.
Next up now we've got David. M2, 177.5 on the bar for him. Looks to be having a very good day.
As we saw before, he is a experienced lifter and he knows how to make sure his bench goes well. I'm sure this will move exactly as he plans. Let's see.
Yep.
It's also only 2.5 kilos below his PB, so very strong indeed.
Yep. Very strong indeed.
3 white lights there from the refs. Love to see that. And next up we have the biggest bench of the flight with Tim, the junior 105, with 207.5 kilos on the bar. Only, if my math is correct, 5.5 kilos below the junior British record held by Krill.
Depending on how this moves, that record is in sight for him.
I do believe if he gets this, he will be loading the record, almost guaranteed. This will also be a 7.5 kilo PB.
It was 2-1 on the last, so let's hope he's fixed that error now. Very, very fast. Let's see what the refs say. I don't see him loading anything other than a record here.
I think it's either going to be 213.5. He may even go for a bigger chip, because on records you can take half-kilo jumps, but he may even want to just push it to 215, because that was phenomenally fast. We will see what he loads. But next up we have Steve with 110 kilos going on the bar.
Steve's had a very strong, consistent day now. 100 on first, 107 on second. Now he's going for the 110. Can he get it done?
This will be a 5 kilo PB for him. A very strong end to his day. Let's go, Steve.
Strong off the chest. Yep, he gets it locked out. What do the refs say?
20 on the lights.
3 white lights. Good lift.
He looks very happy indeed with that. A wonderful day and a brilliant end to his bench today. Next up we have Josh with 132.5. After that slightly harder second attempt, I think this is the right call, and I think he'd be very happy with a 5 kilo PB for today.
I'm actually not sure if he's coming off this today.
Yes, he is just going to let the clock run down for the other lifters to have the full amount of rest they deserve.
And then next up, what have we got? We've got Neil going for 137.5, 2.5 kilo jump.
Just want to say thank you to everyone that's helped make this competition possible today. All the volunteers, the spotters, the loaders, everyone from British Powerlifting, and everyone that's helped with the reffing, and also all of you that are watching and listening to our commentary. Hope you are enjoying it. And now we're back to our next lifter, who is going to be Neil with that 137.5 kilos going on the bar for the Masters 3. He has secured third place already. This is just to push his PR by an extra 10 kilos.
Pushing his PR by...
sorry, not 10 kilos, my mistake. 5 kilos, sorry.
5 kilo PR. Taking his time now.
Lovely applause from the crowd here today. Always supporting all our lifters, which is always great to see, especially
He's
on their
really love
thirds.
to see. Can he get it done?
A very solid bench ascent there.
Very clean.
He'll be very happy to walk away with that 5 kilo PB and a third place podium finish.
Yep, that does secure third place for him.
Next up, we have Aiden with 140 kilos going on the bar. That elusive 140.
10 kilo PR.
7.5 kilo jump. Let's see how this moves.
Strong press. He's fighting for it. Can he get it done? Unfortunately, just a bit too much for him.
A very good attempt though, nonetheless. He will be a bit disappointed, but he can always come back another day and get it next time.
Indeed. Now, who have we got next?
We have Josh, a sub-junior lifter with 145 kilos going on the bar. Very impressive indeed. And this will be for third place.
Scottish boy. Let's see it from him.
This is a 2.5 kilo PB if he can get this.
Yep. And he gets it locked. Can he see what the refs think? 3 white lights. He's had a very strong day.
Amazing. He looks very
2.5
happy.
kilo PR. Can't complain at all.
Just going around and thanking all the refs for their very good reffing today, the very good calls. And next up we have Brett with 145 kilos in the bar. He has gone up every time, unfortunately missing his first and second attempts. Let's really hope he gets his third.
Been very unlucky so far today. Let's all get behind him. Let's see it.
We have the whole crowd here guessing and clapping for him. We are all gunning for him to get this. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. They are just discussing. It may have been grabbed early by the spotters.
Which will give him 4 minutes to come back and reattempt. Is that the case? Just got the referees discussing now whether that is the case.
It is up to the jury members, as we have some international red tie refs here. They have just discussed. Unfortunately, it is a no lift, so he will not get to reattempt it. They have determined that it was a good grab by the spotters. Unfortunate there for Brett. Very unfortunate indeed. But moving on, we have Chris next with 147.5 kilos on the bar for a Masters 3 lifter.
Which will put him at first and keep him holding on to his first spot. He's going to get first either way. Can he push the numbers now?
He is looking very psyched up for this lift. You know he wants it.
Such a nice singlet as well, man. Yes, he gets it. What do the refs say? What will they say? That is 3 white lights.
He looks so happy with that.
Very happy with that indeed.
Just watching the replay now. Look how smooth this bench is.
Nice and speedy from him. Next up, we've got Elliot. 5 kilo jump for Elliot, which will be a 9 kilo comp PR.
Very good indeed. I believe he's only recently come from the sub-junior to the junior class.
It's a great way to show up. This attempt could push him to 4th place. Well, to secure his 4th place that he holds now. Perfectly done.
Lovely, doubly. 3 highlights in the refs there. Very good bench indeed. Solid day for him.
Next up now we've got Lewis. 5 kilo jump, it's 150 for him. Let's see it, Lewis.
Lewis also has the same weight as Elliot, but due to the fact that Elliot is a lighter lifter, Elliot will be placing ahead of him if Lewis gets this. But this will still be a very good bench indeed for Lewis.
Let's see it, man. Another Welsh boy, let's see it today. Strong attempt, very strong. Maybe even a kilo or two there still.
Very nice there, mate.
Next up, happy as well.
Next up, we have Jacob with 157.5 kilos going on the bar. This will be for 3rd place. This will be to maintain his 3rd place position, sorry. It's beating his PR by 2.5 kilos. Let's see it, Jacob.
5 kilo jump on a solid second. Such a solid attempt. See what the refs say. 3 white lights. He is ecstatic with that.
Very nicely done indeed.
2.5 kilo PR.
And next up we have Ben, a sub-junior 105 with 160 kilos on the bar. Absolutely amazing bench. This will be to temporarily move into 1st place with his competition Alfie, who will be taking 165. But let's see how Ben does with this 160. With his previous attempt being a little bit difficult, he is definitely going to want to get this indeed. Unfortunately, that was just too much there on the bar for him, but a solid day indeed, finishing with a 12 kilo PB. Next up, we have Alfie, who has secured 1st place in the sub-junior 105 class, and he has gone for a 5 kilo jump. He is locked and loaded for this. You can see it. He is ready. He wants it. Let's see how he does. Also, this will be for a 15 kilo PB. Oh my days.
So wild. So wild. That was the right call, I think, from his coach. And that's 3 white lights from the refs. He has got it done.
He is chuffed to bits with that.
And that
Very
puts him
nice.
at 1st as well. 1st place secured.
And next up we have Ross with 172.5 kilos in the Masters 1 class. He has already secured 1st place. Let's see how fast he can push it.
Made his 2nd attempt move like it was nothing. Let's see with 12.5 kilo jump what he can do. This is his current PR, so it'll be a matched PB for him today. Let's see how he moves it.
Just don't jump those commands. Ross, don't jump the commands. Let's go.
Strong. Even considering the big jump. Very good indeed. 3 white lights from the refs.
Nicely done, nicely done. Next up we have Kian with 180 kilos on the bar for a junior lifter. This is going to be a big bench indeed. This will be for to continue his 2nd place reign. Let's see how he does. It will also be for a 7.5 kilo PB. Getting set up.
Yep. Pressed out well. What do the refs think? 3 white lights is a good lift.
Very well done indeed there. Very nice, solid, strong bench. And our second to last lifter of this session is David with 182.5 kilos on the bar in a Masters 2. This will extend his lead in first place. He's had 2 very strong benches so far. Let's see him continue this and get a 2.5 kilo PB.
So far guided to a very successful day by handler Delith Jones, another Welsh lifter. We saw her lifting yesterday. Let's see how he does now. Very, very nicely moved. See what the refs think. 3 white lights. It's a good lift. And he is ecstatic.
He's so chuffed. He's just so happy to have got that.
Thanking the refs now as well. He's had an amazing day.
And now for the final lift of the session 2 lift.
We have Tim
with 213.5 kilos in the bar.
Half a kilo above the current 105 junior bench record. And he's been on fire today. I don't put this past him at all.
With how that second attempt moved, I think this is going to fly. He's hyping up the crowd. Everyone is getting ready to watch this monstrous bench.
With the way the second move, this was a given. We knew we'd be seeing the record loaded. Let's see how he does.
You know he wants it. Come on, Tim.
Taking his time, getting that set up right, getting his feet in the right place. And it moves.
Oh,
that
my goodness.
moved tremendously. That is a 13.5 kilo PR for Tim. A half a kilo British record. He has smashed that.
That was unbelievable to watch. I think he had another 2-5.
I want to see a 4th attempt.
If he could have a 4th attempt, he would smash it even further. And that was a wonderful set of benches. Everyone doing so fantastically well in the second session of today's lifting.
Well done, Tim. Well done, everybody that's lifted this afternoon. And thank you very much to the spotters and loaders that have worked extremely hard, and all the refs on the amazing calls this session.
And we will join you all back here in a 45-minute break before we come back to the third and final session of this competition, where we will have 2 flights, and this will be looking mainly at the Masters, at the
120s and 120 pluses. But before that, we have the awards ceremony now for the lifters of this session. Let's see what the results are.
Manufactured exclusively in Great Britain at SBD's state-of-the-art facility, these new 7mm powerlifting knee sleeves have been designed for competitive powerlifters that need the maximum possible support from their sleeves. An innovative new high-grade neoprene offers enhanced second skin compression that molds to the joint all the way through the range of motion. No gapping during flexion means that the knee joint is supported consistently all the way through the lift, helping lifters maintain form and bar speed as they approach maximal attempts. Heavyweight linings, edging and seams, and abrasion-resistant outers that are designed to withstand even the most aggressive fitting make the 7mm knee sleeve the most robust sleeves in SBD's product portfolio. Engineered in Great Britain to SBD's exacting standards, each sleeve is carefully scrutinized by a team of highly trained quality control personnel and comes as standard with SBD's antimicrobial technology and a 1-year warranty. Manufactured exclusively in Great Britain at SBD's state-of-the-art facility, these new 7mm powerlifting knee sleeves have been designed for competitive powerlifters that need the maximum possible support from their sleeves.